and welcome to week 2 of Death of Cards. Today is Friday, and on Fridays we love to give you some directions. So let's start at the beginning. Last week we looked at your living life, and this week we're looking at the people in your life. And it's important to remember that Death of Cards is from the RestSure program, and RestSure has been divided into 8 sections, and we're going to look over those 8 sections each week here on Death of Cards and Death Over Lunch. And the following weeks we're going to look at our beliefs. We're going to look at grief. We're going to look at dying and what we like to call transition. We're going to look at your legacy. We're going to look at your final honors, and we're going to look at your material life. And throughout these following 6 weeks that we have with each other together over these little videos, we're going to touch your heart, we're going to touch your mind, we're going to touch your spirit, and we're going to touch your emotions. And we hope that we're inspiring you to reach out to your loved ones and reach deeply inside yourself and really think about what living means and what your eventual dying will mean. So at the bottom of all of our cards, we have this little icon, and that icon indicates which aspect of your humanity we're trying to touch on in this particular section of the Death of Cards. So when you have the Death of Cards in front of you, you will notice there's a little icon. So this little black grid in the corner. And that will indicate whether we're asking your physical self to be present, your emotional self, your intellectual self, or your spiritual self. And we're hoping that throughout the duration of the use of the deck or our bigger program, people are looking at all the aspects of themselves and their lives. And yeah, so I'm Shylene Schlackl, and I'm bringing you this Death of Cards through RestSure. And we are a ongoing program offering support and guidance and coaching through looking at death while we're alive. And my hope is that more of us are doing this when we're well and when there's really nothing wrong. Even though, as we say, death is always on the table, and I have a little death behind me here in my corner, but behind him is some flowers, and around me is the nature, and you can hear the birds. I hope you can hear the birds. And the idea is, like we said the other day, we're not getting out of this alive. So this week, looking at our people and how we can involve them in our dying, and who would we want to involve, and who would we not want to involve. It's really important that we make a distinction here and that we get some of this stuff on paper. So this week's direction, or direction as we like to say, is to make a list of all the people you believe could make tough choices for you. And that those people, that list would be then an opportunity to go and have a conversation with all those people and to weed out who would actually be able to make your decisions for you. Not their decisions, your decisions that they understand is what you would want in that case. So thinking about who would follow your health requirements and wishes, and who would take care of your finances and your bigger business life. And once you've made that list, it's a place to start having more of those conversations. So this weekend, our direction to you is to make that list. Make your list. So if you have any questions, or I've tickled your fancy here with these conversations, so to speak, you can reach out to us at RestSure. That's www.restsure.ca. You can send me a PM, and I'd be really happy to share this Death of Cards with you and ship that off to you or deliver it in person, and to help you start helping yourself, thinking about what would your death look like and how could you plan ahead. So have a great long weekend, and we'll see you next time when we start thinking about what are our beliefs, what are your beliefs. Death of Cards, lots of work to still do. We're only on week 2, so here's a little brief look at where we're going, and know that we've already done a bit of work. So again, have a great weekend, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.